Hey guys, what's going on? So last night I played Scrapper a lot. And if you actively want to watch all of these games, the game that I'm going to show you in this video isn't in that live stream, but I do have a live stream posted. And if you want to watch all of these games, you can watch that, and you can watch me try to figure out how good Scrapper is. Spoiler alert, it's very strong. It's very strong to the point where I think that they're going to nerf some aspect of it. I don't think they're going to completely change the character like they did with Enchant Sword and change all the talents. I mean, they might do that. It's very good. But I got a lot of play in last night with this morning with Scrapper. So I played this game. I played this game, this game, this game, this game, this game, and then I just went on this losing streak. And I started changing things, and when you go on a losing streak, never change things. When you lose one battle, don't start changing things. It's probably just the one, but I changed stuff. So I lost this, won this, lost this, won this, and it's very strong. But I did want to showcase this specific game because I had what I feel is the perfect setup. The perfect setup would technically be a growth tile that you can two growth tiles that you can actively use. But for the purposes of this video and for what I want to showcase on why I think Scrapper is good, I really like this video. So it just happened to me. I end up winning this game, and I don't feel great about it, and so that's not really the point. The point is not that I won, because I'm definitely going to change Chemist. I think that this is an indicative video of the best of Scrapper and the worst of Scrapper. So I actually changed a couple of things in the normal version of this deck. The normal version of this deck runs Mari, and it runs Elixir of the elixir, the curing one, the one that's not life, purification. It runs elixir purification, runs Mari, so that you can constantly cure all of your things. I do have double counterspell on my spear and my mage robe, set for Forest Faction, obviously because I'm a Blade Dancer player, and so I have a lot of ways of curing. They are the bad versions of the counterspell. They're not gold counterspells. But I didn't feel safe enough to just run with that. So I am running Mermaid instead. Mermaid is also giving me mana, so it's not the worst thing. But the ideal version of this deck is Elixir Purification with Mari. I'm deciding to run it this way, specifically because of the Elixir of Life. The problem that I find with Scrapper is the same problem that has always existed. And it's the idea that what if every single one of your Scrapper hits a Knight statue and it never hits a Spirit Master. There are games when I was getting that I noticed that I was getting to really late game, like triple bosses, and one of my Spirit Masters was still a level 1 or a level 2. And then I'd have a level 7 Knight statue, or the opposite, where I would have a level 7 Spirit Master, but I would still have a level 1 Knight statue. And you're still going to run into that same problem. I think with triple upgrades, it's going to become a lot better, obviously, because you have more chances of getting better upgrades. But as it stands, you have to be aware that is still a problem if you're not going to run Dryad. And I suppose you could run Dryad, even though it does hamper the effectiveness of Scrapper, because now you have to hit 6 units as opposed to, I believe, 4. I think if you get 3, your 4th hit. Actually, right here, we're at 3. I think I'm waiting for this to merge down. This is actively why I think it's good. What I'm waiting for here is this level 2, so that I can merge it down. At some point. At some point I'm going to notice that I can activate it. There we go. If you copy it, and then you merge it up, now my growth tile is at 22%, and I can do it again. I can wait for it to go back down, activate the ability. Oh, I'm sorry. Or I could just do that. Did I already hit all the growth tiles? I'm pretty sure this is way too early in the game. There's no way I got to 52% stacks. I can do 52% stacks on my growth tiles. And I find, oh, there we go. I'm making it go back. And so right here, what I can do is use the scrapper that's on the outside. Oh, actually, I could use the scrapper on the outside to kill off the chemists, but I don't do it because I need a chemist on the field. What you can do is use the mana power-up. I'm using the recycler. You use the mana power-up to lower the one that's on the tile, and then you merge into it, and you get another stack. This is, I think, the best usage of Scrapper, and why this entire, like, change is so good. I'm also using the Promotion by Merit, which I think is the much better version of the two talents, specifically because you can then start doing this. Scrapper gives you so much manipulation with your board. It's crazy. It makes it to where I don't feel like you necessarily need to run Harlequin, but Harlequin is also still important because sometimes decks are so hard to set up that you just need that extra amount of being able to set up quicker, so that when you scrapper, you're scrappering important things. Now that it's a 3, I can merge it down to a 2, and then copy it with the 2 to then merge back onto the growth tile, and then get another stack. Essentially, what I can do in this game, in every game that I'm running Scrapper now, is max out my growth tiles and Scrapper my field. But to be able to Scrapper your field efficiently, you have to set up your field, and sometimes that's really, really difficult if you don't have things like Harlequin or Portal Keeper, and you're just hoping that things just fall into place. Sometimes that doesn't work. And I find that with this deck, the hardest thing about this deck is the setup. It's needing everything to be in a specific place. And so that's the only reason why I'm running Harlequin. If you're running things like Sharpen Spear, and you're a little bit more flexible about where things fall, maybe you don't need to run Harlequin, but that's the specific reason why I am running Harlequin. Another thing to note about the recycler version of Scrapper, if you're, so right here, I have a level 1 Scrapper, the level 1 recycler. I just used the mana power up, and if your recycler is a level 1, it will then choose the highest level Scrapper and merge that down. So then you could still use the recycler to maneuver around as you wait for that one that's on the growth tile to merge down to a 1, so that you can then merge back onto it, and then it can become a recycler again. So if you ever get out of, like, your recycler things, if your recycler ever goes switches to a different thing for whatever reason, you can merge the main thing, or your overly leveled one, down, and then make it a recycler again by combining out. So right there, I merged that one down so that I can do that, and then do that. I'm done with my growth tiles, at which point, now that I have double Night Statue next to each other, I can maneuver my Scrapper, merge it down, combine it into the center, and now I'm getting double. I can do that exact same cycle of steps, and double stack my 2 Night Statues. Essentially what I'm trying to do here is, my growth tile stacks are done. All I really want are the Spirit Masters on the growth tiles, because I might as well. And then I'm pretty much set. Or at least I think I'm set. I think that Chemist wasn't great here, and this is the other flaw that I was talking about earlier. It's getting to the late game. I have Elixir of Life, but And so like my Spirit Masters are reasonably like starting to level up. But my problem is this Chemist. And the Chemist being a level 3 is not great. I think it could be argued that the level 4 Spirit Master to the left, I don't really need. I probably only need the ones on the growth tiles, in all honesty. So maybe I was building too wide, not having triple upgrades. So maybe that was one of my problems with this video. But the fact that like you can't control where your Scrapper hits go is still it's still going to be a problem. And that was always the randomness of Scrapper. And it was the reason why people would want to use Dryad in conjunction with Scrapper. But obviously, if you use Dryad, it's not the idea. The negative of using Dryad is not the written version. It's not the written, oh, if you use Dryad, it takes 6 hits to get an upgrade from Scrapper. That's not the negative. The negative is that you're now not running another support unit. You're not running a Trapper or a Chemist or a Witch. You're not running something else that could help you deal damage. That's your real detriment when you decide to run Dryad and Scrapper. If you want to run Dryad and Scrapper, I could still justify that. But the problem is your damage is going to be much less when it starts to get late game, because it could be a Chemist or a Trapper or a Witch. You're choosing to not run a support card in favor of getting higher levels quicker. My Chemist not being like a 6 or a 7 is really messing with my damage here. And then it gets that. And I was pretty sure I was going to lose. And then I thought he was going to lose right here. Because now I just need a Chemist. And now it's level 1. And with Scrapper's random upgrades, I just needed a Chemist on the board. I just needed anything. I'm probably going to run this exact same deck and take out Chemist and run Trapper. I don't have a high level Trapper, but I think even just the slow would make it better. I don't know how I won this. I was pretty sure I was going to lose right here. Because I did not feel good about any of this. 353. Like, if any of these bosses was a Bedlam, then I get Tribunaled. I lose my Scrapper. I have no mana. Like, I have 8,000 as an upgrade. I lose my Knight Statue. I was like, I'm definitely dead. And then I end up killing that one boss, and that was enough to save me. So yeah, I don't feel great about that win, but I think that is the specific reason why I love Scrapper. Growth tiles are now like a thing of the past, and then Knight Statue stacks can now be infinite. And once you start playing with Scrapper, with those 2 talents, once you get the 11 talent, I think that you can do a lot. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next video.